Hey everybody, Sally Ensel Smith coming to you from Durban, South Africa. So it's my weekly video and a lot has happened in the last week. And the reality is the pushback is coming. South Africa, every single person, it doesn't matter where you think you're going or not going right now, we got to start pushing back because South Africa is really on a brink of total collapse. The last 10 years has seen such bad decision making economically on all levels. And I just simply cannot sit back and accept the fact that we've got politicians which are making decisions on my behalf, your behalf. And the reality is everyone's going to get poorer. And those select few people like Argentina, we are heading for Argentina, where you've got the select few people, the massive corrupt people at the top, which are going to have all the money. And in a couple of months' time, we'll probably be knocking on the IMF doors again. We're going to be signing more deals with people which are going to start owning South Africa. And the reality is government needs to stop interfering with the likes of the travel industry, the TV industry, the electricity. Why don't they let people which are knowledgeable in those sectors go and run those sectors? Let's get privatization merged together with government, and let's get our economy back on track. I'm telling you, government, if you guys don't do that, you're going to cripple. In fact, you've already crippled this country because you've kept us in lockdown for far too long. You made the worst decisions ever. The first 30 days, everybody said we did the right thing. But we went into lockdown too early, in my opinion. And obviously then the massive corruption came in with the PPEs and government. You guys know the mistakes that you're making. But the reality is that, we are sitting like frogs in water, and all they're doing is they're just turning up the heat every now and again. So we don't realize what they're doing. And everybody's making their own little parties, their own movement. We got to get all these movements together. We got to make one big movement, combine South Africa, and we got to fight for our future economy right now. The only way to pull this economy together is to have the middle income groups which are going to start creating their own businesses. We're going to start seeing private companies merging with government, and government needs to wake up. They need to wake up. We need to get the corrupt guys out. So South Africa, I'm going to be speaking to every single person. I don't care the color of your skin tone. I don't care your religious background. What I'm saying to you right now is that we can do one of two things. We can either turn around and say, well, we're having a love affair. It's like having a relationship with an addict. You are wishing and hoping that they're going to put themselves into rehab and that they're going to come clean. Or the reality is you got to leave them, and you're going to get that phone call one day and say that the worst of the worst of the worst has happened. They're dead. South Africa, are we doing the same thing here? Are always sitting having a love affair and hoping and wishing that everything's going to get better? But the reality is that our government just wants to put a band-aid on everything, and they want to give us some bullshit distraction yet again, and think that this is all going to go away. It's not going to go away. So what are you? This is my call to you today, South Africa. What decision and what action are you going to do today, this week, this month of August 2020? What action and decision are you going to do? And I'm not talking going out there and doing a rally, signing a petition. Those things don't work. I'm not talking about going out there and doing violent strikes, because that is the worst thing that can happen, because all you're doing is you damaging infrastructure. You're making us look even more politically unstable than we already are to the international world. So the guys out there which are doing the strikes and burning buildings, stop it. Just stop it. Because you're making things worse for you and everybody else living in South Africa. Why don't we collectively all get together, push back at the government, and we need to get the right economic people into government. Vote for an independent person then. You don't need to vote for a party. We've been brainwashed for years to vote for a political party. Let's put an independent person in who can bring other business people in. We've got to get the private sector and government working together. We got to stop this BEE nonsense. Okay, we got to get our economy back on track. That is where we have to focus, Because with no economy, we've got no jobs. With no jobs, you've got no money. With no money, you're not feeding your family. And there's no future opportunity. Stop the farmer tax, because with no farmers, we've got no food. Okay, bring the crime levels down, because right now nobody wants to come to South Africa. Nobody wants to invest in South Africa. There is no reason for anybody internationally in their right mind, other than maybe the Chinese, maybe the IMF, maybe a few other parties, that want to take control of our economy. And you and I are sitting here fighting over what? We're fighting over stupid stuff. So guys, just pull your head out the sand. Stop being a bloody ostrich, and let's all come together and realize that the economy, the middle income group, is where we need to grow. And we need to stand together collectively. One movement. I've seen lots of movements. Lots of people have reached out to me and said, Sally, come and be part of this one. We are doing nothing. A lot of us, okay, individually are trying to make a difference, but we need a lot more people to get involved. South Africa, whether you are at the bottom or whether you're at the top, you need to make a decision today. Get involved. Save our country. Take care.